Well, what a better day to drive the GTR. It is 30 degrees out, 1500 horsepower, and 30-degree weather is not the best. But you know, we got to go over to my boy Steve's house. Let me dive in here. So we got to go over to Steve's house, and I figured why not? It's nice. Blue skies out today. A little chilly, but let's take the GTR. So one for accessories on, one to prime the fuel pump for E85, foot on the brake, and cold start. 1500 horsepower car starts up pretty easy, I'm not gonna lie. Check out this thing I got for it. I don't know if I ever showed you guys on the channel. Had this custom made for my dad's car. Came out actually freaking sick. It's pretty expensive, but it was well worth it. This car is my baby. We've had this car brand new since 2009, in case you guys are wondering, and it only has 22,799 miles on it at the moment. You guys can see that right there. Sounds pretty good for a V6. So this doesn't sound like your normal GTR. This one has cams in it. It's a built 3.8 liter. That's the reason why I made 1530, but sounds freaking nasty for a V6. Alright guys, we are in the GTR right now. We are headed to Steve's house. We got like a 25-30 minute drive. He's pretty much completely across town from me. So I figured why not, let's jump in the GTR. Last time I actually was in this car driving it was actually at Pocono Raceway when we went to the roll racing event. And last time I was in the car, I did 186 miles an hour, which is freaking insane. That was like almost one of the fastest I ever been in this car. I've been like high 190s before, but I wasn't driving. But that was the fastest I've ever been able to get this car go by myself. At the track when I had it, it was on setting number 9. And if you guys haven't seen the previous video of us picking up the GTR, going for a ride along and showing all the settings. So right now it's on setting number 1. Setting number 1 is about like 950, about 900 to 950 wheel. And setting number 9 was at 1530 wheel horsepower. And traction control and everything, stability was like completely killed with Motec. It tries to put the power down. Not crazy. It still drives like stock for having 1500 horsepower. Still gets 20 some miles to the gallon. The only thing you do tend to notice is the transmission line, just built gears and all the clutches, and the way it shifts a little more firm than stock. That's just, if the clutch is slipping this, the trans is pretty much toast for being built and as much power as it makes. So I don't know if y'all remember the movie Fast and the Furious when Paul Walker was driving that like 2013 Super Silver GTR. And all the GTR people know this, but when you're actually driving the car, so it's in auto right now, you see 5A auto. That is automatic. So it's just automatically gonna shift by itself. But if you wanna shift to manual mode, use paddle shifters, you slap it over, and then it goes to 5M. 5M obviously being 5th gear in manual mode. So in the movie, Paul Walker, God rest his soul, I love Paul Walker, but he was literally, they had him slapping this. So all in a sense he was doing was putting it in automatic back to manual mode, automatic back to manual, which kind of was stupid that Fast and the Furious did that, and I'm surprised Paul even let them do that, just because he's a car guy and he knows GTRs and everyone was gonna know that and flame that. It's just, it didn't make any sense at all. See, look, it doesn't move. Downshift, use paddle shifters like normal. Car drives and downshifts and upshifts just like stock. That's 550. But yeah, now second gear, we can just put it back in automatic and it goes right back to automatic mode, you see. And you don't even feel it shift down into first. This Motec on the GTRs cleaned this car up tremendously. When it was built before, car made about 1200, and it didn't drive the best. Like Motec usually, like, it's hard to explain how Motec works. It just controls everything so much better. It's such an advanced computer system that is like it's the king daddy of computer systems for these type of cars, which is freaking insane. It just makes it work and drive like stock. It's the only way to explain it. Look what we got here, a Ram freaking TRX. That thing is big body. That thing is freaking huge. God, the turbo noise. Beautiful. fuck? Alright, we just got to Steve's house. Let's go inside and help him get the taillights installed. New GT350 spoiler on. Let's knock this out for him because actually, if you want to know something crazy about Steve's car is like a very rare regular Mustang GT because it's like, if you look at the specific details and how much Ford builds of that exact color, so his is antimatter blue and Ford already discontinued that color for the Mustang. So Steve's got a 1-year color on his Mustang, which makes it honestly extremely rare. Which is pretty cool, and it might, I don't know, you'll see in the long run if it holds its value better than a regular GT. I don't think it'll be substantially crazy more, but I think if you're looking for a collector that wants that GT and that spec, super low option, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a rare spec from Ford. You know, some people like that stuff, and it could be worth more value in the future, so let's go inside, check out Steve's car. I haven't seen it in a hot minute. Steven.
Yes, sir.
There she is.
How we doing?
She's looking good.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so warm in here. Oh my god.
That thing cranks out some heat, I tell you.
I can take my hoodie off in here. So you got rocking on it?
Yeah, it fought me a little bit, but I just pretty much forced it out. But
oh, the spoiler, the stock spoiler, you have to rip it. There's no way around it. I mean, there's not as much glue as there was mine. I mean, I'm sure.
It came off clean.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
I got through all of that, so I just put some goof off on that. I actually was trying to get it off without the goof off, but then just that little bit on there kind of just add like a little got underneath it, and it was able to come off. But
you just gotta let it sit. Once it sits, plus it's warm in here, which helps too.
Oh, big time! I'll tell you, the I know why the old spoiler tape that I was trying to get off before it got painted was such a pain, because it was probably sitting on there for over a year.
Dude, this shit, Ford makes it so like the spoiler never comes off.
Yeah.
Like it's not, I mean, you gotta think too, they gotta cover up the holes so water doesn't go in the trunk also.
Exactly. So it makes sense. But these, the little tabs that were like here, they rip off. Like, they crack.
Suck.
They're not crack, but break off. Yeah.
I'm surprised you got all the bolts out too, or they didn't fall in.
I was just really careful with it.
Yeah, it's that stuff. I was telling them your car is a rare spec, so 1-year color. It might be worth more value in the future. I don't know. If someone's looking for this exact color,
I'm keeping it either way. So
so it's your baby for life.
It's
but
my baby.
It's a 1-year color, so this is antimatter blue. It kind of looks black on camera sometimes. The light does better justice for the car. You can see all the flake. So much better when it's sunny outside. It doesn't really do the color justice when it's in here.
Not at all.
Still looks good though.
Oh yeah, the new spoiler is through the door. It's wrapped up in a blanket. It's next to the old spoiler if you want to go look at it.
Yeah, we'll check out the spoiler, and you got the Euros. Euros too, we're knocking out. Goodbye with the ugly red stock.
I'm good. Yeah, just gonna be kind of giving the rear end a full overhaul, making it look a whole lot better, tie into all the lighter accents. You know, chrome is lighter, but I would change that to silver. But
dude, it's so freaking warm in here.
You're welcome.
This thing is a beast.
Oh, I like that sweatshirt.
You like it?
I like that.
Street Speed sent it to me. He said he loves me, so he sent it. Now, time to test fit brand new GT350 spoiler.
That is my alarm telling me to eat because I'm fat.
Fat guy problems. Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Oh, come on, baby, get your ass in there.
Yeah, that looks so much better.
Ooh.
Broke it.
Oh, shit, dude. Shut up.
Yeah, GT350 spoiler is just the go-to.
Damn. Perfect fit.
They did a good job repainting it.
Dude, so here, look. Remember how I told you there was a slight little metallic blue flake in it? Look at that.
Yeah, you can actually see that.
That wasn't even intentional.
Yeah, look, that came out pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're going to jump on the taillights. This is probably one of the easiest things to ever do on the S550. There's a clip here, clip there. There's 4 clips, and then all you got to do is pull this cloth fabric off to the side, and there should be 2 or 3 bolts, I believe it was. Some on the top, some on the bottom, then a plug, pull it out and replace it, but you guys can see stock red. So Steve went with the super clear Euros. I actually really like the style that he got. I just want Apollo. We went with the smoked because I went with smoked with everything else, and I tinted some stuff, and I was like, oh, I'll give it up the more mean look. But Steve's are the super clear ones. You guys are about to see that. I'm curious to see how they're actually going to look on this car, because I might change mine to the ones that he has now. So this is just slightly thinking about it. Brand new. Yeah, that's money right there.
That's the look, man.
That's so much better. I hate the American red lights. I mean, they're okay. I mean,
the other thing,
there's nothing wrong with them, but I don't know.
Blinding.
God.
Blinding.
I'm blind in one eye. Steve, this is all you.
All right, what do we gotta do?
Got to take these clips out first. They're just screw. There, top and bottom. All right, so you guys see, once we move that plastic panel, you kind of want to take majority of the stuff out of the trunk, that big flat piece, and then there's one clip right up here. Push this to the side, and there should be 2 or 3 bolts, I believe. Steve's gonna pop them out right now, show you how that's done.
Start with these 2?
Yeah, start with the top 2. And it is a 10 mil, in case you guys were wondering. So, on the right, you see a regular stock Mustang GT taillight, and these were the clear Euros. That looks so much better. The only problem you're gonna run in with these, and aftermarket shit I always say is not the best, is the rubber grommet on the inside. So I'll pull it out and show you. This is what really makes these taillights go bad. The rubber grommet is just like on this one right here. You'll be able to see. So it looks just as good as the factory one, but they don't actually hold and stay in place. So when you're doing this, you're gonna need a little bit of electrical tape. Cover the edges all the way around so it gives that nice firm, because you know the water all the time, the water runs in here and it'll puddle up here. You can see all the water stains, and it goes down in the taillight and it'll start to corrode the back of the taillight, the wires. So that's one thing you really need to do, is make sure you kind of seal up around that rubber grommet, just to make sure you're blocking out any excess water when you're washing it, driving it. Could get down in there. So just to protect these taillights as best possible, because you know these aren't really the cheapest taillights.
I'm happy.
Yeah, that looks so much better.
That makes a huge...
I wish all this shit came factory on the car. Like, I wish you could get an option for these.
Like, that's not even funny how good it looks, and it's...
Here, hold one of these up. Now you can get a full comparison.
Here, we'll go to this side just because it's the right side.
Yeah, dude, like, how's that even a comparison? Like, you can't even compare the two. The Euro just looks so much cleaner, easier on the eyes. It's not as super LED bright, just as clean.
Yeah, here, I'll hit the button. I'll unlock it real quick.
Yeah. So much better. So much better. All right, now we're ready to put the GT350 spoiler on. Got all the 3M adhesive on there. That is perfect. We actually heated up with the hair dryer, just to bring all the glue to the surface. Now this is the best part with this one, is just dropping it right in the holes. Here, push it with this. Oh, just run your hand back and forth on it. There you go. Perfect. This is the best thing about getting OEM. OEM just goes on like butter. Well, everything is complete, and Steve, let her rip.
I'll start.
Orla's the way to go. I don't think I can hear you on camera.
Probably not.
Spoilers complete, came out freaking perfect. Final thoughts, Steve. Final thoughts.
That's exactly how I dreamed of it. That's for sure.
It's been a few years in the making, and you achieved your goal.
You know, I always am a firm believer of, you have to have a literal vision of something attainable in your head of what you want to do. It's I mean, once the stuff gets done next month, it'll be looking more different. But
Yeah, Steve's got some stuff planned. Suspension-wise, car's gonna sit a lot better. It's gonna have a nice meter look to it. It's gonna sit nice and tucked almost. Like you can see all the gap over here. It's not horrible. Stock height is not bad, but it's probably gonna just sit perfect. It's gonna have like that nice little just fitment on it.
It's not gonna be like, okay, I'll just say it. I got iBox Pro Kit springs for it. But I'm not gonna say what the other stuff is that's getting done, because it's just gonna tighten everything up on. Like,
it's gonna be able to handle a lot better.
Yeah,
it's gonna be on rails.
It really will be. So ultimately, it's a work in progress, and it ain't cheap to modify these.
Got to get it ready for what is it? Stang week now.
Yeah, she'll be there.
Stang week.
She'll be there.
We'll have a house. My car will be there. Steve's car will be there. Collins.
Yeah.
Maybe the GTR. Might bring the GTR. My uncle's F-150 that has a Whipple on it. The Whipple should be done actually this week on my Uncle John's F-150. So you guys will be seeing that very soon also.
Bob gonna come to that?
I don't know. I don't think he might. But yeah, that looks awesome.
Yeah, ties in there.
So much better. Drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think. And like I was saying before, Steve's color is like a 1-year color. for the S550, because you know the S550 platform is pretty much done. Yep. It's, I don't know how many more years they have left, but
22 is it?
Yeah, 21, 22, and Steve's is a 21, and 2022 they didn't offer the antimatter blue. So if you got like a GT500 carbon fiber trackback in this color, that is extremely rare. Like
I saw one and it looked really good.
Yeah, like that color for a collector, 1 year color, like stuff like that is what collectors want. 1 year color, like certain options, like a track pack. Even this one, just being a GT, regular GT, there's the number's super limited on these, so which is a plus in the long run. But Steve's not getting rid of it, so
I'm gonna have to see how many were actually built at some point, because I have no idea.
We gotta check that out. I mean, the numbers should be out there now. It's done.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm sure it might take them maybe a year to like actually officially post that, but God, it got cold.
Let me kill the car and get the garage door.
Just shut it. We'll take a nap in here. Let it. Yeah, let it run.
That's fine. We'll here real quick.
Quick little hot box.
It's a little cold inside.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Borla's the way to go if you just want a catback. If you want a cruiser, like people keep asking me what exhaust to go with. Like if you just want to cruise around, enjoy the car, the good exhaust note, I would say Borla 10 times out of 10. There you go. It's got the nice little pops and everything too. Like Borla, I mean, it was an awesome kit when we put it on. Fitment came in good. You can see the tips, how they just fit perfect. You can see it smoking a little bit. Yeah, but if you put headers on it with high flow cats, it would be stupid loud. Yeah. So like if you don't want to do headers, you don't want to touch the cats or anything, or you're in a state where you actually need that stuff to pass and shit, Borla all the way, Borla catback, it's certified, it's good to go, and the kit was awesome. So that is Steve's car for today.
She'll be back soon.
Back soon. Back to the GTR. Well, we just left Steve's house. We are back in the GTR and we're headed home. I'm about to jump on this road that leads to Mexico. Might do a little pull for you guys in the GTR just to make sure she's running good, like she always is. So that is still on the lowest boost setting, and I was short shifting because it started spinning the tires, but it is also 36 degrees out right now, which is not ideal for getting on a car with 1,000+ horsepower, but the car still feels great. I absolutely love the GTR. I can't wait to get my own GTR one day. I probably won't go crazy of a build as this. I'll most likely do full bolt-ons. Full bolt-ons to me when we had this car was actually more fun, in my opinion. 1500 is also more fun, but comes like things you got to worry about. That's another thing. It's just a lot of what ifs. Something could go wrong, motor-wise, trans-wise. It's just, to me, full bolt-ons is like the best feeling in a car. It's more smooth, runs and drives great, and now full bolt-ons GTRs are making 900 horsepower, which is extremely fast for just daily driving it or cruising on the street. There ain't much around that is gonna beat a 900 horsepower car if you're just driving around on the street. Alright guys, that is a wrap for today's video. Before I let you guys go, do not forget about the East Coast Mustang Tour. That is coming up extremely fast. I think we're like 9-8 days out right now. It's coming up super fast. I'm super hyped. This is going to be freaking insane. In case you guys don't know, if you haven't heard about it, I am driving my 2020 S550 Mustang, 2,000+ miles, and going to be racing the absolute hell out of it. Going to the track in Georgia, going to the track in North Carolina, and going to the track in Florida. It is going to be an epic event. I cannot wait. Too bad the GTR can't come with us, but we do have some stuff planned for the GTR this race season. Going probably to Pocono again, actually get some real races lined up with cars that are actually capable of racing the GTR, nothing that the GTR is just gonna kill. I wanna race Vipers that are 1,500 horsepower, street speed, wink wink. Can't wait till you get your Viper back. That should be honestly a really good race. 1,500 horsepower GTR versus 1,500 horsepower Calva Viper. But you know, some people in my area that have, not many people have 1,500 horsepower cars, but we're here, so until next video guys, I will catch you in the next one. Peace.
And I've been chillin', watching the ocean with you, baby, up with a slow motion cruise.